Good evening, Professor Wright. My name is Lorraine Stevens, and I'm here to talk to you about gender and body language. As you can see, my body language right now is that I'm very, very tense. Women do tend to get that, and so do men. When we're feeling at ease, we tend to tense up and get a little scared. When men seem to get a little tense, they get a little agitated and they fidget around and they play with things. Women will use a little more eye contact. Men will shy away when they're speaking to someone. Women tend to bend their heads a little bit closer to listen to someone, whereas a man does not. Women tend to smile a little bit, where men seem to smile a little bit more and let it fade away. Our communications are really not that different. We just seem to think they are, and we're learning so much more about each other that we really are on the same page, kind of, sort of. We are on the same page. We just tend to do things a little differently. We've been taught since childhood that women are supposed to be submissive in the way that they handle situations, and we're the nurturers, where men are supposed to be boisterous and confident on everything that they do. Women tend to go through life wondering, why is it that this man is not listening to what I'm saying, when in actuality he really is. Men listen a lot more than women think they do. They sit back, they listen, and they take it all in. And just when the woman thinks it's all over with, she's like, I can't talk to him, or I can't do this anymore. Really, that's when the man actually comes out and says, okay, this is what I think about this situation. And listen, he's been listening the whole time, paying attention the whole time, even though he's been sitting back quiet. Women tend to use their bodies like I'm doing now. I'm starting to loosen up a little bit more, but I'm not totally loose. Well, men, I'm sure if I was a man, I'd be sitting here and I would be, oh, this is no big deal and we can do this. And have it all done. And discuss how much we are all alike in the way we communicate. We tend to sit back. Women and men both sit back and listen. Women will explore a little bit more if there's a situation involved. We tend to try to find a solution by investigating what the problem is. Whereas men will actually sit back a little bit, listen, and then they just blurt out a resolvement for it. It's like they have it all upstairs, but we women have to go a little bit further into the situation with our hearts, because we feel with our emotions. We tend to do a little bit more with our emotions than we do just confidently. We have more things going on, and it seems that women will do a little bit more and men just sit back and they listen, but they talk a lot more too. Women will, I'm sorry, I'm trying. I just learned really a whole lot that women will take a little bit more will say a lot more compliments, whereas men, they say men joke a lot more, but I find that women joke a lot more too. Women and men. I mean, I have met some men in my lifetime that actually do give some good compliments, while women will sit back and joke about things. It's Men are not as strict as they make you out to think, and women are not as easy to get along with as you may think. But we use our words and we use our gestures to show that we communicate, and we do it in such a way that we're all together in this. I don't know how else to say it, but our research has shown that we can do this. We can communicate with each other, and we can get along. We've learned so much about each other in the past few weeks, in the past few years, where it's just unbelievable what we can do. I think I'm going to go out and communicate a little bit more with a lot more people now. After learning what I have learned and dealing what I have dealt with, I think this is our perfect thing. Thank you, and have a good evening, Professor. I'm just so relieved that this is what we've learned. We've learned that communication is the key no matter what. And our body language tells us a lot, and how we learn to read other people teaches us a lot. So I'm going to go read a little bit more and find out what my body language says and what the body language of other people around me is saying. Thank you, and have a good night.